Alright, hi guys, so today's look is going to be on what I'm wearing right now. It's just a bronzy eye, semi-smoky. There's not a ton of liner, it's not a winged liner or anything complicated like that. It's very simple and easy, and I'm sure it would look fantastic on everybody. This is just something that I do if I'm in a hurry or I don't know what I want to do that day. I just throw this on because I know it looks good on me. And I really like it, so if you want to see how I did all this, just keep on watching. Alright guys, so today we're going to be starting with the face, and my foundation routine is a little bit crazy right now, but that's okay, it works. So first I'm going to start by covering up any little areas I have with my NYX HD concealer, and I always have some sort of breakout or some sort of something on both of my cheeks, so gotta cover that up. It's not cute. And then I just have two little things right there, so I just covering those up, and then I'll go on with my foundation. So like I said, my foundation routine's a little bit crazy right now. It's kind of just a mixture of a bunch of things. So first I'm going to start with my L'Oreal Infallible foundation. And I'm just going to put a little bit on each cheek and a little bit on the forehead. And then I'm taking my Revlon the Photo Ready Airbrush Effect foundation. I'm putting a tiny bit of that in the same places as I did the L'Oreal one. And then I'm also taking the L'Oreal True Match. And I'm going to take a little bit, one here, a dot here, and a dot on my forehead. And like I said, it's crazy, but I find that all of these together work well. And then I'm taking my Loreal Magic Lumi primer, and I'm mixing it in with my foundation instead of putting it underneath my foundation, because I find, at least on me, it works best that way. So yeah, that's why I mix it in. But now I'm just going to take my brush and mix those all together and just put that all over my face. Gosh, I hate the lighting in this. I look like a ghost, and like at certain angles it's like a white cast gets shot over my face, and I hate it. But that's okay, I'm working on it. Just work with me here. Alright, next I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm going to put a little bit out under my eyes. I'm going to put a little bit on my eyelids as well to prime for eyeshadow. And then I'm going to take my L'Oreal Magic Lumi highlighting pen, and I'm going to put a little bit of that under my eyes. And then a little bit in the center of the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, on the Cupid's bow, and on my chin. I really like that highlighting pen. It's very nice, and it works really well. And it's very important that you make really crazy faces while doing this, or it doesn't work right? Alright, so now that that is all blended in, I'm going to set that with my RCMA No Color powder. I'm putting a little bit of powder under my eyes right now, because I feel like if I initially go in with baking my under eye, it just tends to look a little bit cakey. So I put a light layer of powder on, and then I will go back in with my beauty blender, just dip it in the powder, and bake my under eyes. I feel like this helps a lot. I don't bake any other part of my face, just my under eyes, but I feel like it does help a lot with creasing and all that. I'm just going to tap a little bit of that on my eyelids just to get some powder on there. And then I'll dust my eyelids off with this brush. Alright, and while the powder under my eyes is setting, I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just set my entire face with the same powder. I feel like my face, like my foundation, is what takes me the longest. No matter how complicated the eye look I'm doing, I feel like my foundation still just takes the longest. Okay, so now that that's done, we can, should I do the face or the eyes? I guess we'll finish the face first. Yeah, we'll finish the face first. So I'm going to take my Hoola bronzer and I'm just going to bronze my face. I don't normally contour. It looks really intense on camera, but it is not like that in person. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe if I blend it a little more. So I'm just going to go over that with my fluffy brush that I powdered my entire face with, just to make sure it's all blended nice and good. Alright, and now what's next? Highlighter. Yeah, I feel like highlighter and bronzer are just amazing. They're like my two favorite things ever. This is just a little e.l.f. brush, and I'm using the Physicians Formula Mineral Glow Pearls in Translucent Pearl, I believe. And I'm just putting it all on my cheekbone, both sides of the face. And I'm putting a little bit on the tip of my nose as well. And then a little bit above the brow bone, or the brow, above the brow. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this highlighter is very pretty. Next I'm going to do my brows, and I use a shade from the Morphe 35P palette. Yeah, the 35P palette to do my brows, and it's just that one right there. I'm kind of in between, like trying to find the perfect shade for my brows, because this is not my real hair color, in case you didn't already know. I'm naturally a blonde. So once this fades out of my hair, I can go back to being blonde, and I'll need to find a different shade to do my brows with, because this one will be too dark. So for my brows, I don't do anything special. I just fill in areas that need it and kind of shape my brow on the end. And yes, I use a toothbrush to comb out my brows because it's just what I use. Alright, so for the shadows today, I'm going to be using my, what is this, the 35W? Yeah, this is the Morphe 35W palette. This is the shade I'm going to be using from this palette. But first, I'm going to take, my eyes, I hate this. They always water. As soon as I want to do my makeup, they're like, hey, let's mess everything up. So first I'm taking a fluffy brush, whatever you have will work. And I'm just taking my Hoola bronzer, any like, I would say like a light brown shade with a tint, a tiny tint of like orangeness to it. I don't know, it's just a really warm, light brownish color. So any shadow like that will work for this. Alright, so next I'm going to take an angled brush. Again, whatever one you have will work. They all do the same thing. And then I'm taking my Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner, and I'm putting this right in my lash line. And this doesn't have to be perfect either. We're going to smudge it around a little bit. But I'm really not doing a thick line or anything like that. Just a thin line right by my lash line. Like that. And then I'm taking, I don't know, this is just a little brush. And it's curved right here, and it's very like stiff, sort of. And I'm just going to use that to smudge this around a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be covering it up with eyeshadow. I just think that this looks a little better with the eyeshadow on top as opposed to not doing this at all. I do see a little bit of a difference in doing this. This is not 100% necessary. It's just what I like to do on myself. I'm sorry that white cast keeps getting shot over my face and like blinding you. So now I'm taking that shade, again it's this one in the corner. It looks, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a really pretty like browny bronze color. Yeah, and it's really pretty. So I'm just going to put that all over my lids. You can use a brush, your finger, whatever you want. I find that this particular eyeshadow goes on better with my finger, so. Alright, then I'm going to take a tiny, tiny bit of my Hoola bronzer again and just go back in there to blend that out to make sure there's no harsh lines. And then the brush that I applied the liner with, I'm going to take that again. I'm not going to put any more product. I'm just going to use what's left on the brush. And I'm going to go right up to my lash line, just push and wiggle it a little bit to get a little bit in my lash line so that it darkens it up a tiny, tiny bit. So yeah, today I'm not going to be putting lashes on. If you're going to be wearing this at night, go ahead and wear lashes and liner and whatever you like. But for today I'm just going to be doing mascara, so I'm going to use these two. This is the Revlon Super Length Mascara, and I'm just going to put one thin coat of this on first. Just on the top lashes real quick. I really like this mascara. I have all 5 of the new ones. And I personally like all of them. I think they're really nice mascaras. And then next I'm going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is the one in the pink tube, and I'm just going to put that on. Alright, so once you're done with that, you can add a lipstick. If I was going out at night, I would be adding the Maybelline lipstick in 657 Nude Nuance. And it's just a really pretty like brown. This is what I would be putting on if I was going out at night. But for the daytime, I don't really wear dark lipsticks normally. So I am just going to wipe the foundation off my lips and put some chapstick on, maybe like a light pink gloss or something like that. Just something simple and a little bit more natural for during the day. But again, it's personal preference. You can wear a dark lip if you want during the day. That's just not something that I normally do. So yeah, I'm gonna do that and I will be right back to show you guys the finished look. Alright, so this is what everything looks like, all finished. I just wiped the foundation that I had on my lips from doing my foundation. I just wiped that off and put on some chapstick. This is the chapstick I used, if you were curious. It's the strawberry one, and it's my favorite. It smells so good. But yeah, I just put that on. This is what it looks like all finished. This is the eyes up close. And I did take my black gel liner again and go over what I did earlier with that brush. I did take a little bit more and just darken it up a tiny bit, that thin line I did earlier, just because I felt like I needed it when I looked in the mirror. I felt like it was missing something and I did that, and I feel like it looks a lot better now. So I did that, and yeah, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please like it and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Oh, and if you have any specific looks that you would like to see, just let me know and I can try to do that for you guys. I would be happy to. And I believe that's it. And all the products I used in this will be listed down below. And okay, for reals this time, I think that's actually it. Again, like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!